Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you how I made these rainbow wedding cards. It is Pride month and I wanted to do something for Pride, and these were inspired by the card I made recently using the resist technique. I really love how these have turned out. I think they are really subtle, they're not too in your face, and I have popped them in my Etsy shop to see how they go. But today I'm going to show you how I made them. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd love if you would hit the subscribe button and help my channel grow. And if you do enjoy today's video, please also hit the thumbs up button. So let me show you how to make these. So first things first, we need a 5x7 pre-fold card blank, and then I'm going to bring in my stamp platform. I'm just going to put this in the very corner. Next thing to do is to get your embossing buddy out and give this a really good going over with an embossing buddy, because we do not want the embossing powder sticking anywhere we don't want it. And then once I'm happy with that, I can put some magnets on here. Next thing to do is to choose your stamp set. So I'm using this large It's Your Wedding Day stamp set. If you're selling your items, it's really important you check the angel policy for each individual stamp or paper or whatever it is you're going to use, and make sure you have got permission to sell. So I've already checked this one out, and I know there is a certain number that I can make and use in a year, and that's okay. So this is the stamp set I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to place the It's Yours just up there. Just going to move this up because I want to put the wedding slap bang in the middle of my card. I'm going to move that down a bit. And then day is going to come down in this bottom corner. Just like that. And now I can use my Versamark ink to stamp the images onto the cardstock. And check you're happy with the coverage. Fairly happy with that. Big words are a lot easier than small words. That's my top tip for you. I'm going to bring in a coffee filter and some white embossing powder. And then I'm going to start at the top with the It's Yours. Sprinkle that on. And go on to the wedding. If I tip it down as the powder falls, it actually picks up the rest of the image so that it doesn't require as much powder from the jar. Just by flicking it, it should knock off any loose powder that's excess. I do have a paintbrush to hand, so I can also just give it a quick once over if I see anything where it shouldn't be. I'm fairly happy with that. So now we're going to put the powder back in the jar and we will move on to the embossing part. Now before I go any further, I'm just going to wipe my desk over, because what I don't want to do is have any loose powder on the desk that I've missed the coffee filter with, and I don't want it melting onto my mat, and then I do not want it getting into my inks either. So just wipe my desk over, and now I'm going to heat emboss and set the powder. So I'll put you on high speed. I do get my heat tool really nice and hot before I go anywhere near the cardstock, and I tend to try and lay the card on like the edge of the table, which is slightly out of shot, but you'll see it kind of over here as I do it. Okay, while this is still hot, I'm just going to try and bend and manipulate the fibres of the paper so that it isn't too bowed and warped. And then making sure that there's nothing dirty on the bottom of them, I just put some of my ink tins over the top of the card to help flatten it back down again, and I leave that just for a couple of minutes. Now the other thing I would say, it is so much easier to heat emboss white powder on white cardstock in the daytime. I started this project with the cards I showed you at the beginning actually at night with an overhead light on. Honestly, I couldn't really see the powder melting, so there was a couple of times where I thought I was done and I moved on to the next step and it was rubbing off, and I had to go in afterwards and reheat emboss, which is not ideal. So it's definitely easier to do this in the daytime. Right now it's about 5:30, but it's summertime, so obviously there's still a fair amount of light around, but I would definitely recommend, especially if you're new to heat embossing, do it in the daylight. Okay, so let's check how that card is now. It's been a few minutes. I mean, it's a little bit bowed, but it's not the end of the world. It's not majorly sticking up anywhere, so I think we'll go with it. So the next thing we need to do is the ink blending. I'm going to be using the same inks as I used on my recent card that has inspired these. So I'm going to be using, in this order, Candied Apple, Carved Pumpkin, then I'm going to go across to Mustard Seed, then I'm going to use some Twisted Citron, then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to use Peacock Feathers and Wilted Violet. So I will put you on high speed so you can see exactly what I'm doing, but because this table shakes around so much, hopefully you won't get so much shake if you're on high speed. So once I'm done with the blending, I will come back and we will see how we are looking. The other thing I'm going to be using is a piece of scrap cardstock. Now I'm going to use this for my fingers because then if I do get ink on my fingers, it's not going to transfer to the paper, and it also means I can hold my work still. So let's get blending. So that's where we're at right now. What we need to do now is buff up very carefully the embossed "It's Your Wedding Day" words. So I'm just going to use my microfiber cloth very gently over the top to remove the excess ink. Look how beautiful that is. So now all I need to do is add the final finishing touch. So I've had these heart embellishments in my stash for the longest time, and I figured it's absolutely time to use them. What better card to use them on than this rainbow card? And I actually want these two. So the other card I did was blue hearts, so I think we need some girl hearts. I'm just going to glue these kind of like that. So I'll get those stuck down and come back. And there you have it. That is the finished card. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I know you can see a little bit of glue between the hearts right now, but it will dry clear, and I have put a lot of glue on there. At the end of the day, I'm putting them in the shop, and what I don't want to do is have those hearts come off in transit if it got knocked in the mail. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video today. Please do let me know what you think of the card and the technique in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate everyone who takes the time out of their day to stop by and watch my videos. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do remember to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and it helps the videos reach more people. And at the end of the day, all I want to do is spread ideas and inspiration and share the crafty love. I will be back soon with more videos, so until next time, thank you so much for watching once again. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.